All right. So, hello. I'm Amanda.
I'm Stacy. We're starting our challenge that we're calling 50 by 50, and I feel like an idiot.
All right, I'm gonna take over. So there was a little bit of confusion whether this was 50 marathons in 50 states or 50 marathons by the age of 50, and the answer for us is kind of both, but it's technically 50 marathons by the age of 50. We're kind of preparing ourselves for like a running life challenge per se.
Right, so that's our 50 by 50. Each of us has a different reason why we've chosen to start doing this. Both of us have history with running. My history with running starts when I was about 13 years old, and I hated it. I detested it. All I wanted to do was lose weight. And I ran through high school, in junior varsity and as well as varsity, in track and cross country. Was never super good, wasn't ever terrible, just kind of, cruising, sometimes getting some points for my team. And after high school, in college, I started running more seriously, although, ironically, I was more serious and also not doing real competitions anymore, like high school competitions, just doing 5Ks and half marathons. It wasn't actually until after I gave birth to my daughter that I just decided I needed to do a marathon. I needed to do at least one marathon. Someone close in my life has always wanted to do a marathon, and he never got around to doing it. Now he's too old, or he feels like he's too old, and I just really didn't want that to happen to me. So it just became my goal. And as anyone watching who has run marathons knows, one marathon became 2 marathons, became 3 marathons, now we've got this goal to do 50 marathons by 50.
They're kind of like potato chips.
They are. You can't eat just one. You can't bite just one.
You're not supposed to say the tag. You're supposed to leave it as they're like potato chips.
But I said it.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's no shadow
I don't know what
of a
the kids
doubt.
are saying these days.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
You're happy that you knew the reference. Okay.
I was so excited. I've read that on the back of a potato chip bag at one point in my life.
Okay.
So, damn. So I thought I was going to roast you first. I had all these ideas and I can't remember a single one. So that's my reason for doing the 50 by 50 challenge. And what about you? What's your reasoning?
Well, we are identical twins. So her
probably couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Well, we are.
We're
identical.
Is this a blooper? We just roll with it.
We just roll with it.
Okay,
Just roll with it. This is Speckles. She's not doing 50 by 50.
Yeah. So I started running a little earlier. I would say my introduction to running was when I was 8, and I ran with my dad. And as one of 6 kids, I wanted to spend time with Dad. And running was something I could do with him, even if it meant closing my eyes and just wishing it was over until it was. But then as soon as it was over, my dad would tell me, you're doing really great at running. So that really pushed me to do better. And I started running kind of competitively around 11 or 12 in 5Ks and
you did the track club.
I did track clubs and such. But really running for me is a huge mental relaxation technique. It helps me to get over any issues. It helps me to release anxiety and stress. I've run, I guess I can only remember 9 marathons, and I love them. They really are addicting.
You need that LSD, long slow distance, right there.
Yeah, very addictive.
Take it pretty regularly.
But one thing about distance runners, don't ask us to race you 100 meters.
We're gonna lose.
I don't run as fast as I speak. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. Something else, I think, for both of us, we've been really into athletics from a pretty early age, and maybe, at least for me, when I was younger, I don't know, maybe she was better than me, just more of an athlete, but I had no desire to be athletic. I just wanted to be skinny. But I was, very active as a teenager, and younger, was very, very thin and wanted to maintain that. And why we chose running specifically is because both of us are visually impaired, and so I would have probably picked something like basketball or volleyball because of my very tall height. I've got a lot of.
I can't quite tell when we're sitting, but we are.
Yeah, I am taller than Speckles though, so that's good. But we chose running because that was one of the one thing we could do was athletic with our visual impairment. So, and we've stuck with it. We've stuck with it. It's very possible for us, and we love it. I mean, I love it.
Right, and
I'm
so
addicted.
we wanted to kind of extend the challenge to anybody who decides to stick through this. As children, we play. We're athletic. We move. Play is how we learn. It's how we have fun, and it's how we physically grow. And then as adults, we get our jobs. A lot of them are sit-down jobs or very sedentary. We forget how to play with activity. And so using something we've always enjoyed and being like, hey, how to make this fun as an adult. I'm not just going to run forever. Well, marathons kind of are.
Possibly.
But for us, we're going to travel. We make it a challenge. We hope the challenge can be long term. We've picked 50. Honestly, I'll pick something else if I get there and I've done it.
Yeah. I got ideas.
But, right. To keep challenging ourselves in fun ways, make it play. We can travel for marathons. We can meet new people. We can have fun together, know. So we challenge you to also pick something, possibly running. What I like about running, many of us can do it. It's not even very expensive. You can make it more expensive. You can make it cheap. You just need a pair of running shoes. You can get out. It's really good for your cardiovascular health. Especially America needs that, but everybody needs that. It keeps you active as an adult.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. You don't have to pick a marathon. You could do 55Ks by 50, 10Ks, whatever. Just maybe 50 races, and then just go with the flow. And like she said, we are going to be traveling. We've got a race coming up next weekend for her 30th birthday. She's turning 30.
It's so crazy.
I
and
know,
the craziest part is that she's my identical twin, so she's turning 32. But she is turning 30, and you can tell. Oh.
So anyway.
You were planning that one in your
I was. I planned that.
That's why you were quiet for a bit.
Oh man, I came up with that on my long run the other day, so it felt really good. I was like, yes, I can't wait to make. Then I was like, we have to make these videos before I forget. So pick your poison or pick your fun. We're gonna be traveling. Next year we have a really fun lineup. All of our races are in the United States, but we're hoping in 2025. Is that right? 2 years from now is 2025.
Well,
I feel like that's one of the space movies, isn't it? 2025 is a pretty important date. So we might take some international, which would be incredibly fun. Again, we're making it fun. The videos in this channel you're going to see, some of them are going to be just us, sharing our experience. We want to share some of the races that we're doing. Give you an idea of what each race is like. Some of them will be kind of small ones, some of them more iconic ones. The one we're doing next week is the Space Coast Marathon, which is a pretty fun marathon along the beach in surprise, the Space Coast in Florida. Yeah. And we're going to be sharing that. We're going to just be sharing some training bits. We're going to be sharing some products we're using, but we're not sponsored. To be clear, to clarify, any reviews or comments we give on products are completely free to the company, and so the company best beware. So
we can also say bad stuff.
Yeah, we can say bad shit. So anyway, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you're interested in this journey. We would love for you to take part in the journey with us. You want any closing comments from the nearly 30-year-old over here?
We're definitely gonna have to
do some
bloopers up in here.